I'm Camron Smith.
Camron Smith.
Hi, I'm Camron Smith. I'm Camron Smith. Welcome to beautiful Soldier Field for the 2017 Miller Lite Chicago Bears Draft Party. I'm Camron Smith, and tonight the Monsters of the Midway open the doors of their home to fans of all ages to enjoy various football-inspired activities, all while watching the 2017 NFL Draft. Hey, it's going to be a very exciting night, especially for Bears fans as the team hosts that third overall pick. We'll see if they go offense or defense, but let's get to the festivities. What does it say about this franchise to open up the doors of Soldier Field to have a draft day party to invite Bears from all over to come and enjoy this draft day experience?
No, this is good, man, because the fans deserve to have something given to them like this that they come out and enjoy and be a part of the whole program and everything that's going on. I spoke to a lot of fans today, and all of them happy just to be a part of it. So it's good that the organization is doing that.
Well, it's race day in Wrigleyville, and the Cubs are ready to host their 12th annual Race to Wrigley presented by ATI. I'm Camron Smith, and today more than 8,200 runners have come to run this 5K after raising more than $475,000 for Cubs charities. Now, we know the Cubs do great impactful work with charities around the city of Chicago, and they've added an extra bonus for runners today. They get to run through the updated course, which allows them to go through the historic Wrigley Field right behind me. Let's get to the action.
We are at the 12th annual Race to Wrigley, where we have over 8,200 people running with us today. It's so exciting to raise money for Cubs charities.
Yes, indeed, Erica. From game to game, you don't know which Cubs team will show up, as their inconsistency has been an issue, especially on the road. But things took a turn for the better tonight as the club opened a 3-game series in Pittsburgh. The Cubs in Pirates and throwback uniforms, with the Cubs honoring the Negro League. Jose Quintana had gotten only 22 runs of support in his previous 13 starts. He got half that many in just one game in Toronto. First inning, Jose Abreu, the ringing triple off the right field wall. That drove in a pair of runs. Abreu also had an RBI double, and it was 4-0 Sox after one. It was a huge night for Melky Cabrera. After an early 2-run double, he lined a 3-run homer just over the wall in the 6th for an 11-2 lead. It was a 5 RBI night for Melky, and Cabrera also supported Quintana in the field. He fielded this Darwin Barney single and nailed Steve Pearce, trying to score with a perfect throw at home. The Sox beat the Blue Jays 11-4. Second round of the U.S. Open at beautiful Erin Hills. First round leader Ricky Fowler was back on his game. His putt from the fringe on 7 was masterful. This is from about 50 feet, and he buries it. Fowler was atop the leaderboard until he bogeyed 3 straight holes on the back 9. Fowler is 1 shot back of 4 golfers who are tied at the top. This is one of 5 straight birdies for Paul Casey. He's tied with Brooks Koepka, Brian Harman, and Tommy Fleetwood, who are at 7 under par. Now, none of the top 3 players in the world made the cut for the first time since 1986. To understand why Charlie Moore presents himself as a quiet and humble young man, you must begin with his upbringing on the tough streets of Chicago's South Side. It's where the Moore family created a covering to love and protect Charlie and his dreams. All right, Charlie, let's go back to your childhood. And what are some of your earliest memories of playing basketball? I understand that you and your dad are really, really close, and he really put the ball in your hands.
Yeah, some of my earliest moments. Just me working out with my dad a lot. Also with my brothers. I have 2 older brothers, so we worked out a lot with each other, and they made me tougher. You know how the big brothers try to act like big brothers all the time. So.
It was a long road. He's still recovering. Charlie, I think, focuses more instead of.
That's all right. It's all right. Take your time.
All right.
Take your time. No, it's not a easy subject to talk about, but obviously he's doing a lot better. Just some of those memories of that day, and how it really, strengthened your family, whether religiously or just personally, especially with Charlie's relationship with Curtis.
Well, especially
he cleaned up every ward in the state of Illinois, so the rest is history now.
What lies ahead for this outstanding young man is a bright career as a Cal Golden Bear. And you better believe that Charlie will continue his success on the court with the same Warriors mentality that many Chicago players are born with. For CN100 Sports, I'm Camron Smith. Thanks for watching.
Cameron, break this one down for us.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to see some great basketball tonight between two very talented teams. Now, they match each other in athleticism and really gameplay. So the question tonight is about execution, especially late-game execution. Whoever can execute and make those timely plays or timely baskets when the situation calls for, they'll be playing against Whitney Young for a state championship tomorrow night. But I'll tell you what, we have two great coaching staffs that will have their players prepared. I'm excited about this one, Dave.
What does this say about the level of competition that we're seeing in this game?
It's awesome. It's awesome. If you love the game of basketball, you're enjoying yourself right now, especially that first half with some of the back and forth that we saw. Javon Freeman dunking over Madison Lowry, Evan Gilliard showing his handles and getting through defenders and going for layups. So it just speaks to the level of talent in the Chicagoland area, which has always traditionally been strong, especially when it comes to guards. But it also speaks to these coaching staffs and developing these players and their skill sets to have them showcase their talent on the state's biggest stage.
Let's send it over to Camron Smith. Cameron?
All right, thanks, Mark. Now, 30 players make up both rosters for tonight, but only one actually owns an IHSA state championship ring, and that honor belongs to Whitney Young's Lucas Williamson. Now, the title came 3 years ago during Williamson's freshman season, and although he didn't play meaningful minutes, experiencing what it takes to win a state championship helps Williamson understand the level of focus and execution that's needed to make it back down to Peoria. Now, Ty Slaughter calls his senior leader an everyday player, and the Dolphins hope that Williamson can help the team get back down to Peoria.
For all those reasons, I'm ready for this clock to wind down to 0, Cameron, and get this thing started.
I am as well, Dave. You have two of the elite programs from the Chicagoland area. They're playing for this championship tonight, and it's really fitting that they're meeting on the state's biggest stage. Now, Simeon, they had the inside advantage in the previous 2 wins against Whitney Young. We heard Rob Smith say, hey, they put the first 2 wins out of their minds, so this is the first time that they will be playing against Whitney Young, but you have to know that they're going to try and work that ball inside of the paint to Messiah Jones, Taylor Horton-Tucker, and also Madison Lowry. But don't forget about Evan Gilliard. But the big three of Whitney Young, Lucas Williamson, Xavier Castaneda, and Javon Freeman, they have something to say about that. We're going to have a great one. Hi, I'm Camron Smith reporting for CN100 Sports, and it's been a very busy summer for Iman Shumpert. Now, the Oak Park native returned back home for his 5th annual basketball camp, fresh off of capturing his first NBA championship. The 5-year vet welcomed 150 boys and girls basketball campers for a unique experience of basketball instruction while also getting educational sessions. Let's get to it. Coach, just let me know what's going on today, where we're at, and what these kids are getting out of today's basketball camp.
Well, they're coming here to work mainly on fundamentals because Iman was a big fundamental guy. When he got to me, he was already fundamentally sound. His parents and his brothers made sure that he could handle the ball with either hand, shoot the ball with either hand, run the floor. So he believes that that's where they need to be.